What's up, Get Better Basketball community? I'm Coach DeMarco, and this is Focused. As you know, I travel far and wide to find some of the best plays to break down in each episode of Focused. Well, this one is going to be no different as we're heading out to New Zealand in the NZNBL to see the Hawke's Bay Hawks perfectly execute this Flair Chicago action. You're going to love this breakdown and this action used by the Hawks as it's quickly become one of my favorite sets. Before I jump into it, make sure you hit that like button down below, turn on your notifications, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great video breakdowns each and every week. Who knows where we're going to travel to next? Now it's time to focus in on Flair Chicago action. I think this is a pretty simple set that you can use with your team. And I want to point out a couple of initial things here. First, a lot of teams like to go 5 out now, and this is a perfect set that you can use with your team out of a 5 out setup. This player started down here in the corner and is going to work his way into the middle before flaring off this screen. You have your wing player, another wing player as a screener, you have a player at the top here, and you have another corner player. So this sets up really nicely if you're a 5 out team. Really recommend this set. Even if you're not, you can use it with your team. So as we bring it back here, we're going to see the point guard bring it up the right side of the floor, and this corner player is going to work into the middle. As the ball gets reversed back up to the top, this player is going to flare off of this screen. There's your initial action and option for this player. Simultaneously, you're going to see this player start to move as that action is happening. This player is going to stick his foot in the ground. He's not open on the flare, and he's going to work back off of this screen, and that's where we're going to get Chicago action. It's going to be a screen into this dribble handoff up at the top. But again, one of the intricate details I want to point out here is this player who is cutting across to the weak side. He's going to pull and this help defender with him across the paint. What can happen now off of that dribble handoff, we know we're going to get an open three-pointer here, but as this player attacks the paint and this player potentially rolls to the basket, it could force this player to come in and tag, and this player could actually be open on the perimeter. We're not going to see that in this set, but that's why a little detail like this player cutting through over to the weak side could potentially open up some other options here, or it could leave this player in the paint and he could be open for a three. So an abundance of options. We're going to get a great one here with a wide open three-pointer. So let's take a look at this one more time at full speed. We're going to get our flare. He's going to plant, come back off the screen. We're going to get our dribble handoff and a knockdown three. The last piece I want to point out is off of this Chicago action. So there are some options here. We know that this player on this dribble handoff is going to kind of get caught. It looks like they might be looking for a switch. So that's a key right here. He sees nobody is on his hip. He's going to catch and pull up for an open three-pointer. Now, as we bring it back, if this player had trailed on his hip or they got an aggressive hedge, it would have been a different option for him. If this player had trailed on his hip, he possibly would have continued on to the basket, which would have forced some of the other options. This player would have continued down and rolled. This player might have stepped in to tag. If this player stayed in the paint, as he comes downhill, it could be a kick out. This player could, again, on the weak side, might slide in too far, so he might be able to reverse back out to the guard here. Or obviously, as we see a lot of times in Chicago action, this role player can be open as a lot of attention gets drawn to this player attacking the basket. So he happens to make this read. He makes a great read and knocks down the shot, but easily it could have been an opportunity to turn the corner and get into the paint. Great job reading this action and knocking down a shot. One more time at full speed here. We get our flare, we're going to get our dribble handoff, and we're going to get a great shooting opportunity. as you watch this action, you're probably saying to yourself, this is really simple and something that I can use with my team. And you are 100% correct. But it's the simplicity that I love about these sets, and especially Chicago-based actions. You put your playmakers in a position to make a read or a decision to shoot or a decision when they get into the paint, and you allow them to develop their own offense off of these decisions. If you have players who are great decision makers, which I know is something coaches are highly focused on now when they use small sided games in practice, is that decision making, then this is a great set for your team. And any other Chicago actions will also work really well for you. If you like this set and this breakdown, then hit that like button down below, turn on those notifications, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great video breakdowns each and every week. As always, get better every day. If you don't have a brand new Dr. Dish all-purpose shooting machine, then you're missing out on a great opportunity to make your team the best shooters they can be. Your players will knock down shots like we saw in this video if they get up the necessary reps using their Dr. Dish. Mention hashtag GBetBBChat or the Get Better Basketball Chat for up to $300 off select Dr. Dish products.